weeks have passed by almost in a flash. Pavlik and I finally waited for windless weather. Although we still went out, we wanted to go to the riverbank, but the wind was still there. So today we came to the forest instead. There's a bit of snow on the ground, but it's still beautiful. Look over there, see how beautiful our green pines are? Our tent is set up. By the way, some people were worried in the comments about how we would dry it, but don't worry, we didn't dry it. We just took it out of the bag and it dried on its own. I don't know how that happened, but we set it up. It's dry, without any traces of anything having been on it. There was a bit of ice here and there, but it has already melted and everything is fine. So, as you can see, tents that are 17 square meters don't even need to be dried. They're all designed for such harsh winter weather conditions.
First we set up the stove right away. Today we'll chop a lot of firewood. We'll heat it up well, really stoke it so that it's warm. Yes, about 25, 28 degrees inside. Well, 28 is already a bit much. Yeah, 22 to 25 is just right.
Pavlik, did you become a chimney sweep or what?
So what? Unbelievable. So much soot is falling here. When you've never cleaned the pipes, we can clean your pipes too, Tanyusha, while we're at it. Why are you just standing there watching?
I'm sorry, excuse me. That's how clogged my pipes are.
Alright, there's no time left to just lie around. We still have to eat all of that, Pavlik. Oh, who's going to cook it? Who? I really have no idea. It's unlikely that it'll be me. Alright friends, the stove is burning, everything is set up and laid out, and it's time to start cooking. Today on the menu is my long-time dream, shashlik. But besides shashlik, there will also be potatoes, and well, the potatoes will be interesting. So what do we need for them? We need to boil it a little first. They'll also be roasted in the coals on the grill. But before that, we boil them. So we need chopsticks, we need potatoes. I washed her well. It can be cooked in the oven. If you're cooking them in the oven, you peel them completely. If you're cooking them over coals, over a fire, then you don't need to peel them. So we very gently and carefully cut them just like this, but we make sure not to cut all the way through, leaving them connected. I don't know why I need those chopsticks, but I took them anyway. Basically, the chopsticks turned out to be just for the atmosphere. We slice it finely like this, then we boil it. Once the water boils, we cook it for exactly 4 minutes. Then after it's done cooking, I'll show you what to do with it. The favorite moment of some of our viewers. Damn, you're supposed to light the match first and then turn on the gas. But that's not all. It is raw. Why are you getting so nervous?
Well, it's scary, you know, anything could happen.
It could explode.
Pavliks also have a favorite moment. Alright, I'll just light it in the oven now. There you go. Focus, focus. So you have some firewood to add. While our potatoes are coming to a boil, Pavlik and I will go light the grill. Pavlik will chop some firewood properly now, not like I did. Well, I managed to. It's not my fault that it was pine and it's weird for chopping. Anyway, and then we'll start grilling. And after that, we'll have a sweet dessert. I've never made anything like this before. No, this is actually for the meat, No, that will go with the meat. Okay, our potatoes are parboiled. What happened to them? So now we take them, but we should have peeled them first. Oh well. We salt, pepper, and stuff pieces of bacon inside. We've made it before without boiling, without parboiling them. And, well, it takes a really long time that way because since the meat cooks faster than the potatoes, we parboiled them a bit so they're already half cooked. And then once the bacon melts and gets all juicy, it'll be really tasty and good. If it falls apart now, maybe it's better to wrap it up. Why doesn't it fit? Why did it fit in the man's recipe but not in mine? Anyway, it'll be like this. Oh! The potato turned out a bit too firm. Ah, it's hot! Now we add some smoked paprika pepper and salt to it. If you like other seasonings, just add whatever you like. Then we wrap it in foil and it's ready. Ready for cooking. Oh, what kind of salt did Tetiana use at home? Such nonsense. I'll wrap it in just one layer because at this point it's already almost completely cooked through and doesn't really require much more protection from the heat. So basically by doing this, it won't burn or dry out at this stage. And by using less foil, will not only save some material, but also help reduce unnecessary waste in the kitchen. Again, this is a simple and effective way to be efficient and mindful while cooking.